Hello everybody and welcome back to today's video. Hope you guys are doing alright on this fabulous Tuesday. And let's jump right into today's topic, and that is the Verdansk experiment. The Season 3 update that was supposed to change everything for Call of Duty and give us everything we ever wanted. Did this experiment succeed, or was it an epic fail? At the time of recording this video, there are approximately 91,000 people playing Call of Duty. Its 24-hour peak was 108,000. And the overall, for the past 30 days, the player count is up 12.2%, with a peak of nearly 140,000 players. So there is no doubt, and again, this is going off the Steam charts, that the player base has responded in a positive way to this update. But here's a few things we have to factor in. This update, for the most part, was geared to Warzone players and to the zombies aspect of the game. Multiplayer did not even receive a trailer of what was going to be in the game until after the update had already been released. So, when you factor that in and you go back and you look, when the update launched a day early for the multiplayer and zombie side of things on that Wednesday, April the 2nd, the player count, the needle barely moved at all. We did not start to see an increase in players and gameplay until we got into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, when people were able to download and play Verdansk and the update. So, we talked about this before. It seemed like Call of Duty had put all their eggs into one basket, and that was Verdansk. Was that a smart move? Is it going to be a smart move? It's going to take some time to tell. If we go back to December into November, between those 2 months, we had a 43% drop-off in players on the Steam charts, and then another 34% drop-off in January. I mean, the player base has not been happy with Call of Duty in the direction that it has went. Now, in my opinion, Black Ops 6 is a great game, and it has great potential. But you've got a developer's studio, and you've got, people that are trying to keep Warzone players happy, zombies players happy, multiplayer, gameplay happy, and ranked play happy all at the same time. Ranked play didn't receive one single change in the update besides resetting. And I understand some of that is tied to the Call of Duty League, but, come on. There's got to, you bring firing range back. That's great for nostalgia on the multiplayer side, but the other two maps are practically just face-off maps. And, okay, if you're a slide around, try to get 100 kills every match person, maybe that makes you happy. But for the core casual player, that does not move the needle for making you want to re-download or spend any time, substantial time, on Call of Duty Black Ops 6. So, it's going to take a little bit more time to see if this experiment worked. I think overall it's been successful if they were just trying to bring players back to the game and, get people to start streaming the game again and get viewers watching the game on Twitch and YouTube and all those other aspects, and guys like me talking about it on our channels. But what's going to happen 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now? When hackers have started to break the game again, if they haven't already, and people are wore out from that, and they're not happy with the slow pace of the way Warzone is now, and the fast TTK, and all these other aspects, and let's say this 12% gain is down to a 5 or 6% gain. What does that mean for Call of Duty? What does that mean for the state of the game? I can't say that it was good. While you may say, well, way more people play Warzone than multiplayer. Okay, but let's remember what made Call of Duty. It was the campaigns, it was the multiplayer, and it was the zombies. There was no BR in 2009, 10, 11, 12. There was none. And Blackout was an overwhelming success, in my opinion, and we all loved it, but then we find ourselves moving on to this. Now, do I like Verdansk? Am I happy that it's back? Yes. I think that Warzone should have a rotation of big maps and follow kind of the Fortnite motto when it comes to going back and rotating maps and in and out and having OG maps. I'm fine. Have two large maps. Here's an even better idea. Let's have a single development team just for Warzone that's not attached to anything of the yearly release, or if we decide to go to semi-annual releases of Call of Duty games. That is my opinion. Now, if you're asking me, do I think that the Verdansk experiment is going to be a success overall? I think in Call of Duty's mind it is. The player count's up. That's all they care about. People are buying skins. People are streaming. People are talking about the game. That's what they really strive for, and that's what they want to see. So I think from their side and their point of view, they're going to say, yeah, this was a great success. But from the player base side of things, from the content creator side of things, I can't say that I think it was a huge success. Again, that's just my opinion. You can take it or leave it, but I'm someone who has been following and playing Call of Duty for well over, a decade, 15 years plus, and I don't feel like this is something that people got extremely excited about. Personally, I was more excited about Grind coming back to the multiplayer side of things than I was anything that came in this outside of Verdansk. The two maps are okay. I think Barrage is an absolutely terrible map. I don't like the layers of it. I don't like the layout of it. Nomad is okay, but again, it's that fast-paced, and Firing Range is Firing Range. Sure, it's great, but we've all played it before. And everyone that's playing that map is an absolute sweaty, butt-sliding, slide-canceling, fly across the map, trying to drop a nuke on you type of player. So, what do you think? Has it been a success for you? Maybe you were a Warzone player, and really all you needed was Verdansk to come back to the game, and when you get a little tired of that, you bounce over to multiplayer or zombies, and there's enough content in the game now for you to be happy as a player. If so, let me know down below. Maybe you're somebody that never cared about BRs, you never cared about Verdansk, you never cared about zombies, and now you find yourself feeling like, wow, we got 2 new maps and a remaster, and that's all I've got to keep me for, the next 30 days until we get a couple more maps and then another 30 days. Because we are right now getting into that time period where people begin to kind of grow dull with the current Call of Duty titles. Season 3, Season 4, they can be low points. They tried to change that with this update and bringing Verdansk back. Was it enough? Was it enough for you? Let me know. Was it enough for me? I don't know. Time will tell. I don't think it is worth the amount of money that they put into it, but that's just my personal opinion. Thank you so much for joining us on today's video. Thank you for all the support that you've been showing us. There has been a little change to my streaming schedule. I am dropping Wednesday nights off for right now, so we will be streaming on Monday and Friday nights. The upload schedule here on YouTube is going to stay the same, but thank you for all the support. If you haven't followed us over on Twitch, do it. Drop in for a stream. We're so close to hitting affiliate, and we've got some exciting things coming down the pipeline once we do that. But until next time, I will see you later. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you on the battlefield.